Good morning. It's a cloudy day here in Minnesota, and we're back out on the lake to do a little bass fishing on the kayak. I'm at a brand new lake here. It's very minimally developed, and it looks pretty good. It's relatively shallow, but I'm not seeing any reports of winter kills, and the fishery report shows a healthy population of bass. So I think this could be a good lake. It's gonna be pretty cloudy today. We got a little breeze, so we should be able to handle ourselves on the kayak pretty well today. I think a little flash might be good given the cloudy condition. So yeah, we'll see what we can do out here. It's not too big of a lake. This is, in my opinion, the perfect kind of lake that I like, the right size. There's some interesting structures, and, well, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty boring, but there's a few spots that look pretty fishy. And, if I can find a couple, and then I can milk those spots. And I can see it's pretty weedy. This is, I'm in about like a foot of water. One and a half, 2 feet of water. Alright, so let's see what we can do today. A lot of grass here. I wonder if they're buried in the grass. Pondweed. There's a lot of grass. I wonder if we're better off with like a swim jig or burning a chatterbait on top. Oh, I found the brake line where the weed starts to die out a little bit. Very green. Oh, 9 feet of water. The weed starts to thin out. I'm not seeing anything up shallow. No bluegills. They're not on their nest yet. So my guess is they're at the weed line. Probably roaming it. Maybe a spinnerbait so I can get through the weeds a little better. But I think this lake, I'm just going to have to fish the weed lines. 56 degrees. I think they're going to spawn up there. So they really could be anywhere right now, especially with this cloud cover. I suppose they could be suspended over a deep part. So today we're just going to have to do a little search. We do a lot of searching to find them. And once we find them, then I think we can try to find a pattern. It's not too big of a lake, so there's only a few spots they could be at. And I keep talking about the spinnerbait. I really should break it out. Or a swim jig. This lake doesn't work out. I got another one I want to go check out. It's not too far from here. They could also not really be in the chasing mood. So I'm gonna grab the net, I think. I don't think I need to go deeper than 9-10 feet. If they're at bottom, then you know, that's gonna explain. Oh, and that's not gonna get hit. Maybe they are deeper. Yeah, okay. This is not the most effective way to search. That's the search bait. Alright, we're gonna keep moving and searching. Yeah, I just saw a bass right on the outside of the weed edges. So I guess it's just finding them at what corner of the lake are they at. They're probably roaming. So we're gonna have to work for them. That's a pike. Oh. You guys see that? A pike tail that. I probably should slow that down a lot more. If the pike is there, then the bass is gonna be within the vicinity. It's like some weeds here. And the inside. I wonder if they're on the inside. Oh, couple little perches. Okay. Found some life. I think they're not this shallow. We'll stick to the chatterbait until we hit them, and then we can slow down. I am going to tie a spinner bait. First cast with the spinner bait, and something took a hit at. Can set the hook. There you go. He crushed that spinner bait. Oh, buddy. Let's see if I can. There we go. Okay. You'll be okay. Not the biggest one, but hey, we got one. Maybe it's the color. That chartreuse, that white, is showing through pretty good right now. That's the only thing that I've thrown that actually got hit, so maybe we ought to stick with it. But right over here, there are bass in this lake. I was worried for a minute that I've been misled by the fishing report, or the fishery report. Pike, he's striking at it, but he's going after the blade. Maybe it's better if I put a body on this. Yeah, let's put a body on this spinnerbait. That might help out a little bit. Alright, I got a crushed city on here now. And I dye the tail chartreuse to give it the fish a little better hit indicator. Here we go. Oh, sub 2 pounder. Woo. Lost it. Couldn't set the hook right on that. Okay. There we go. Oh, pike. Well, there you go. I'm okay with that. Yeah, nice thing with spinnerbait is they're pretty pike proof. Unlike my chatterbaits, which I feel like every time I throw them I just lose them to pikes. Freaking pike. Well, okay. Got out. I got a pretty okay pike. It's okay. I don't want to deal with unhooking him anyway. What was that? I didn't set the hook right. Might have been a bass. Oh, that looked like a pike. Interesting pattern pike though. There we go. Okay. Yeah, maybe 3 pounds. That's probably upper 2 pounds. All right. You guys found them, huh? They're up in maybe 5-6 feet of water. Sitting about 10 feet, 9 feet of water. So yeah, anywhere between 4 to 10 feet of water. That one had kind of a sharp teeth, or a really sharp mouth. Prickly mouth. This is actually a off-brand chatterbait. I think this is the reaction tackle from Amazon. Seems to work. Got a paddle tail. Crush City Mayor on a 3/8 jig head. I'm gonna run something a little quieter in case. Oh. Here we go. Yep, they want it in case someone wants something just a little bit quieter. And we got it. Hey, that's a nice looking one. Very nice. 3 pounds, solid 3 pounds. Beautiful bass. I think we found them, huh? Like some took a hit at it. freaking pike. Come here. I just want my hook back. Jeez, he really crushed it. Okay, there we go. Careful not to get my hand caught inside of his mouth there. I'll get you back out there, buddy. Hold on. I'll just cut this. Should probably tie this anyway. There you go. Yeah, I didn't think the south side would be so loaded. But here we are. I guess we got a wind kind of blowing towards this area, so I mean, it's a very gentle wind. But looks like it's just enough to position the fish. Or, you know, it's my first time on this lake, so maybe the fish on here just likes this area. Little fish. Maybe some of these guys are on the beds. Well, I don't know. But there we go. Another nice upper 2 pounds. There you go. Okay. Up in about 3-4 feet of water. Yeah, maybe they are starting to head to their beds. I don't want to fish too much up here, because if they're making beds up here, I want to kind of leave them alone. So we'll go back to this drop off here and see if we can't pick off some over here where it's a bit deeper. Oh, pike. There's a lot of pikes out here. I've already lost a few lures. That's great. There we go. It's a pike. Don't break me off here now. I'm tired of losing chatterbaits to you guys. Oh! That was a pretty nice one. I'll admit, that was a pretty nice one. But that's okay. We'll cast a few more times and then we're going to move on. I don't want to spend all my time here, even though, you know, we've had some good luck here. Alright, let's move on to the next spot. Okay. Yeah, there's some roaming out here, so I don't got to be worried about missing out the ones starting a bed. Or sub 2. I used to fish the chatterbait, or most times when I fish the chatterbait, I fish it like a lipless crankbait, doing the yo-yo retrieve. But I realized I should be fishing it almost like a spinnerbait. The constant retrieve, stop, you know, retrieve it, kill it, drop it, pop it. But mostly, I'm just steady retrieve. That's the default, and then you add those little things to it. But the thing needs to keep moving for the most part. The thing with the yo-yo is that ends up fishing so much slower. So, you gotta retrieve it like a spinnerbait. In order to really utilize the lure. You get caught in grass and you just tug it like that. Let it break free. And it continues reeling it. That's why people really like the chatterbait. It's a really great search tool. It does quite well around grass. But I lose chatterbait a lot to pikes. Which comes with the game. There you go. That one feels good. Oh, that one. Dang. That was a nice looking one. That was 4 pounds at least. That was a big mama waiting out here. Dang. That really sucks. I let her jump. Or she jumped and got out. I didn't let her jump, she jumped. Dang. That one's gonna haunt me. Man, I really love fishing. Kayak fishing, especially. When I say fishing, I do mean kayak fishing. Yeah, I guess we're back to the spot. She hit over onto the other side of the lake and try to work that line over there. But the wind is blowing right into over here. And fishing logic tells me that fish is gonna be here. So let's grab our crankbait here actually. And I got some decisions to make here. There we go. Please don't let it be a pike. And it is a pike. They love spinnerbait, don't they? And he broke me off. Okay. Jeez, I thought I got him in the net. That has been the name of the game today, huh? I had to move over to the north side, and I don't think it's going to be as productive as that south side. But the wind's blowing pretty hard over there. So we're going to have to fish this north side. Come on, give me my worm back. Lots of pikes on this lake. Bass too. But definitely caught my fair share of pike. Not quite season for them yet, but you know, I'm not trying to go after them. They just happen to really like my chatterbait and spinnerbait. Another one. Yeah, there's so a lot of pikes in this lake. Okay, he freed himself. All right. Go on. Hold on. There you go. Wonder if the bass are just a bit deeper. Shoot. That might have been a bass. I'm missing these hook sets. I took my plastic. Or at least I didn't take my whole jig, or my bladed jig. Alright. Well, I think we found a spot that maybe we can work it a little bit. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. You come here. You come here. That's a nice one. Yeah. That might be the biggest one of the day. We'll get a quick weight on this one. Okay. 3 pounds, 4 ounces. Yeah. A lot of them today have been about this, but I think this might have been the fattest one we've got today. It was one we missed earlier that I think was probably easily 4 pounds. So That sucks. That kind of makes up for it. Yeah, the chatterbait has been doing work today. A little smaller one. Hey, it's a little one. But we'll take it. Okay, so I think we found a couple good spots on this lake. You know, it's my first time out here, so I'm still figuring out this lake. Thankfully, it's not a super big lake. Just what I personally like. But yeah, I mean, they're eager to eat out here. The best part about this lake is it's nice and quiet. There's no one else out here. It's like maybe a couple houses, and they don't appear to have their docks out, or who knows if they even put docks out. Yeah, I think they're not up this shallow. They are definitely at that break line. At like 4 to 10 feet. Wherever that first distinct break line is. Actually, we just got one right there. Ooh. That's a big one, huh? That's a big one. That's a big one. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, the big ones are still, you know, taking prime cover, I guess. Oh, yeah. That's a big one. Yeah, we're going to have to get a weight and a length on this one. For length, what do we got here? This one is probably 5 pounds easily. That is 20 inches. That's a big mama. Okay. Yeah, 5 pounds, 6 pounds. All right. Yeah, that is a personal best right there. In terms of weight, look at the size of that thing. Oh man. There you go, miss. Go reproduce. £6 even. On the chatterbait. Hey, this is not the original chatterbait. This is a third party, what do you call it? A knockoff chatterbait off of Amazon. Hey, they catch fish too. Oh boy. I accidentally turned off my camera because I was setting the hook on this guy here. Not a 6-pounder, but solid, probably upper two. One. Alright. That smaller guy. Told my wife I'd be home 5-ish. But this is what happens. You end up finding a good spot and it's like I can't leave. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get bigger than 6 pounds, but geez, there must be a 5-pounder here too. There we go. Bass just swam right by. I was like, nope, I am not dealing with that. Okay. Probably gotta fix my Zaco here. Well, geez. I mean, I think I found them. Got a couple good spots on this lake that I figured out. I apologize. There's gonna be a lot of these footages where I hook into a fish, but I didn't have the camera on. And all right. But a little small one. All right, I'm gonna call it a day. It has been a really fun day out here on the water. It's a brand new lake that I went to, and it produced a lot of bass, a lot of pike. I broke my personal best with a 6-pounder, 20 inches, 6 pounds. So, along with that, caught a bunch of bass and a bunch of pikes. I lost a bunch, missed on a few, lost a bunch of a couple chatterbait and a spinnerbait too. I lost them to the pikes, but it was worth it. The wind kind of picked up around 3 o'clock, but I moved down to the north side and get some wind cover, and that's actually where I caught the 6-pounder. So I figured out a couple of spots in this lake that does pretty well. Or, yeah, I mean it's a beautiful lake, and I probably will be back. The water's really clear. There are a lot of pondweeds in here, but it actually gives the lake some structure. So otherwise it's a pretty, rectangular shaped lake without any real features. Yeah, I'm thinking this lake is going to be really great during the summer. And during the spawn, I figured out, I think they're probably going to spawn up north here in this basin, and probably down there. But yeah, I mean, pretty good day. Did a lot of work with the chatterbait. That was the biggest producer today. I did lose a couple today, I think. For sure I lost a chatterbait and a spinnerbait. But you know what? The knockoff chatterbait did work. And that landed me that 6-pounder. So, hey, don't knock the knockoffs. They work. The fish, they don't really know a difference. Anyway, I'm going to head out and get back home. I promised my wife I'd be home around 5-ish. So, I got to get it going here. But thanks for joining me today. It's been really fun. And I'll see you on the next one, all right? Bye-bye.